Hi, Carlton.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás? How
Bien,
are you?
¿tú? I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you so much. So, Carlton, I wonder how to start adapting the story. What was the most important thing for you to keep about Cherry's book?
I think that for John Ridley and I, we love this idea that this was a sort of a disaster thriller that sort of transformed into a medical ethics drama. And we tried to kind of balance both sides of that. We wanted to show what it was like to be in New Orleans during the worst natural disaster in the history of the United States. And then really focus in on these characters and see the kind of the really tough decisions that they had to make and the courage that they had to find.
Carlton, I want to ask you for the content of Cherry's book and obviously everything that happens at that time with the hurricane. What will be the thing that you discover now creating the series that impact you the most?
I would say that just the fact that these events continue to happen, that what happened in the sort of medical ethics drama of what happened in 2005 is still very present during the pandemic. We still are wrestling with a lot of these same issues of how do we decide who gets rescued, who gets care, who gets the vaccine, who gets a ventilator. All these same kinds of questions are still in play for us. And can we as a human species just do better in preparing for these events in the future?
Yes, and for you on a personal level, what was the most difficult part of getting into this production?
I think it was just emotionally challenging. It was basically working with the actors and trying to find the emotional truths of this story and diving into these characters. And there's some really tough and difficult things that happened and really tough and difficult decisions that the characters had to make, and sort of working through those scenes with the actors and trying to kind of find the truth of how to tell the story in a way that had the most emotional resonance. I mean, it was challenging but really rewarding. I mean, we were all locked down. We were all making this during COVID. We were very isolated in our own little bubble to try to stay safe. And I think, we were trying to tell that story under those really difficult conditions, about a story about people under difficult conditions. And so it had a lot of resonance and power.
All I did was try to help people. That is all I did.